Mason the Mason with Wyatt & Sons Construction. I got my guy.
I'm Jake Martin, his
What's up?
guy.
Today's video, we're pretty much just going to show you how to lay out the job site. We're going to get our block stocked up, show you how to space everything out like that, how to be a fantastic laborer like Jake Martin over there. Block trucks here. I'll put them in the hole. Got Colton from Beavertown Block about to dish these out. All our cubes are in the hole. Jake's starting to stock up. Those 2 cubes are for somebody else's job. Last thing on the truck for us is our sand here. Woo! Pretty cool to see these things dump. Nice. Big old pile of sand. And that is it for our material. We got our mortar in the garage in there, keeping it dry. We brought it here the other day. It's always important to stock up where you're laying first. So that's why I started here. This is gonna be where I'm laying first. So pretty easy. 3 block here. Now I can set a mud board on top. 5 rows of 5. You want to make sure you have enough space to move around in here. So that's why I have this block here. You go 3 paces off of this block. So 1, 2, 3. Pile 5 by 5. Mud board stand 1, 2, 3 block. Then same thing. 3 paces off. 5 stacks of 5 high. And we go all the way around. Make sure you got your corners in your corner. Over here, we're gonna need to make sure we have halves. So we got the mixer down here. We're close to the sand. And I want it in a direction where it's easy to get the wheelbarrow in there and into our foundation. So facing this way, the wheelbarrow can go here and just push out into there. Now me and Jake have to pick this up and put it on blocks. So 1 under each tire and 1 under the front. All right, so I always do the tongue first, and you want to make sure where you put these block, you don't put them in the way of your wheelbarrow. So Jake, pick up this tongue, please. I always go center web, and I make sure the extra part of the block sticks out away from the side where you dump. So that's good. Right on these webs. Okay. Next thing you do, I put my shoulder into the cage and grab this. Now Jake is going to put this block, the tire, in this core hole. That way the extra is behind it and we can get the wheelbarrow in. Ready, Jakey? Yep. A little bit. Yep. Nice and low. We go to the other side now. I just put my other shoulder into it. This side of my body. I like to grab this handle. I don't know what your mixer's like. Anywhere you can grab, really. And then just shoulder into it. In that core hole. Go around and make sure everything is sitting really level. This block's good. This block's good. All right, setting good now. Gotta get the hose over here. We got water. Important to make sure you're using cold water so your mud doesn't blow up, especially when it's warm. A little different than when it's cold out. No antifreeze or anything anymore. Make sure it's on, gas, on, choke, on. All right, good to go. Pull. 3 buckets of sand, bag of mortar, mixer's ready to go. Throw that idle up all the way up. I like to start with water. Make sure this cage goes down. Make sure it's cold water. Yes, it is. It's important not to mix it too dry in here. It'll stall out. Bad things happen. So that's why I put water in first. He's putting water in. Do not put too much water in there. Sand's looking pretty soupy. I'm gonna throw my bag of mortar in here. Do not breathe that in. Your lungs will get hard. So all I do is I hold my breath for as long as possible and get it in there as fast as possible. means that there's not enough water in there and it could stall out. It's pretty soupy, but that's okay because I have one more bucket of sand. All right, third bucket's in there. Looking really good. Let that sand mix in. You want it to look like peanut butter. You don't want it too soupy because you want it to hold form and you don't want your block to squish your mud out. Got it again. Slapping pretty good. That's about perfect mud right there. We're ready to lay. Got a dry wheelbarrow before we put it in. The mud in there, make sure you get it wet. Get your wheelbarrow way up in here. I always put my leg right here. That way it doesn't tip. So I like hold it. After every batch, if you're lucky enough to have a hose on your job, just spray that out. Get that mud tub out of the way first. Now Jakey can just spray the barrel out. Make sure nothing's getting all stuck up in there. Keeping the mixer clean. We got the entire job stocked up with block, mud boards, shaker can. Now that we got our mud mix, we're ready to do this. Wet your board down. Helps keep it wet. Always keep a shaker can near your board. All right, Jakey, you can fill up my board over there. He just takes a flat shovel, that's what we prefer. Puts 3 scoops on my board. Then after that, anytime it starts to get low, I get low on block, he just replaces it. Puts the block there, gets the mud on my board, or mixes more. That's about everything there is on laboring. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you learned about how to lay your jobs out and help improve your production a little bit.